what's going on, guys? Today I'm at One Jarvis that's coming up at Hamilton. I'm going to be speaking to the CEO of Emblem Developments, Kash Pashutan, about this fantastic project. Come join me and let's see what he has to say. Kash, nice to see you again.
You as well. Thanks. It's good to be with you today.
Thank you. Not in person, but we're making the best of things as they are right now. But thanks for having me. Thanks for taking time. And again, after Art Form, we're looking forward to One Jarvis, especially with the success we've had with the Art Form, the way we were able to sell it out so quickly. But I'm surprised, out of all the markets that we are in right now, Oakville, Mississauga, just out of curiosity, I know there's a lot going on in Hamilton, but why did Emblem choose Hamilton as the next site?
So, Saurabh, as you may know, my background, I've spent the last 20 plus years uncovering opportunities, investment opportunities in different asset classes. Our other firm manages money for very wealthy families. And so we spend a lot of time looking at opportunities in stocks and bonds and real estate. So we know what it looks like and what it feels like to land on an opportunity. And with us at Emblem being in a variety of different markets right now, we have 4 buildings under construction in Ottawa, projects in Mississauga and Hamilton, Leaside, downtown Toronto. Out of all of these markets, we see the most distinct opportunities in Hamilton. So much so that in addition to One Jarvis, Emblem currently has close to 1 million square feet of residential under development within a 5-minute walk of this project. And what makes Hamilton so opportunistic is there's a variety of factors, but the single most profound factor is the unprecedented amount of government investment that's going into this community. History shows us that when you invest alongside the government, you tend to do well. And we've seen that with the stock market, we've seen that with the bond market, and we've seen that with real estate as well. And Hamilton, as you may know, is receiving $500 million to redo their downtown core, which One Jarvis is located right in the middle of where that investment is being allocated. In addition to that, Hamilton is receiving approximately $140 million to redo the waterfront. So there's an unprecedented amount of capital. We can't put our finger on any other market that's receiving this level of government cash, government investment. And that's going to really create an acceleration, we believe, in developing the community and also for prices going up. So that's what we see with Hamilton. This location, in addition to Hamilton, goes even one step further because, as I mentioned, it's right in the middle of where that money is being invested in the downtown area. So buyers will be able to, within footsteps, access the best new dining, the best new shopping, the best new entertainment. It really will be an area where you don't have to drive much. And if you're looking to leave the Hamilton area and go, let's say, downtown, it's 4 minutes from the Hamilton Go. So you will have a very well-established base of amenities and shopping and dining right within walking distance, and it will all be brand new. And you have the public transit, which is 4 minutes away, which is, of course, these are all very winning ingredients in any investment. But it's that government money that really takes it to the next level.
That's right. Especially when that waterfront comes up, everybody would love to live at the waterfront area. Property prices will definitely go up, as always. Do you think Hamilton's going to be the next downtown Toronto, the way things are going with the amount of investment that's coming through?
Well, what's interesting about Hamilton that's different than some of the other suburb markets is that it wasn't designed, the condo space, the downtown, isn't designed for families. And that's not a bad thing. It's going to allow something that's going to have a lot more personality, I believe. For example, today, and Mississauga is undergoing a lot of change, and as you know, we're very active in that market. But if you go downtown Mississauga, a lot of the restaurants, a lot of the entertainment is designed for families, right? The restaurants, you know, you're going to get a Boston pizza. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with Boston pizza, but it's more family oriented, right? Whereas when you go downtown Toronto, you get a lot more of the one location restaurants that, you know, it's not franchises. They have more personality. And that's what creates a vibe. It creates an energy, is when you have very passionate people running the business and it's one location. Hamilton is going to be that. You know, Hamilton is not going to attract the franchise like restaurants or entertainment. It's going to be these one-off, very passionate run businesses. In fact, we're talking to some of the top restaurateurs in Toronto, and they're saying they haven't historically been interested in some of the other suburbs, but Hamilton has its own edge. It has its own personality. And we're talking to them about joining us in some of our projects for the commercial area. So Hamilton does have that unique factor to it that will create a downtown environment that will, I think, not feel like a suburb, but feel very central and very, like you said, somewhat like a smaller version of downtown Toronto.
Very nice. Now, when we were selling Artform, when I saw you last time for Artform, you know, I was totally amazed by the fact how involved you were with the whole process. Is that something we can see moving forward for One Jarvis as well?
Yeah, listen, for better or for worse, I can't help myself. I'm very hands-on with what we do. And, you know, whether it's our logo or our slogans, you know, these have all been founded by us internally because it really speaks to what we believe in. So at Emblem, myself and really our team, we're obsessed with design. We're obsessed with building and designing properties and homes that when a buyer looks at it, nothing like it feels as what others are doing. And it's not to compete with others. It's just our way of expressing our personality and outputting our passion. So when you look at any Emblem project, whether it's the marketing materials, the brochures, the renderings, it just is different than a lot of what else is out there. And it's because we're so involved at every stage. So absolutely, One Jarvis will have that same level of commitment for myself and the team to create something unlike what Hamilton has seen before. You know, one of the things we did at Artform that was very interesting was we had 58 renderings back and forth with the architect as we designed the interior of these units, the suites. And one of the things we try to do is allocate very little space to hallways, right? Because the hallways, of course, are lost space. No one relaxes in their hallways. All of that same obsession has come with this project. The standard finishes here, Saurabh, are actually exactly the same as Artform. So the same high quality standard you saw with the exterior of the building, no stucco, all brick and stone and glass. Materials you would find in buildings with a much higher price point, that's all there. We didn't value engineer this building. We didn't cut any costs or corners. It's the same quality, same standard finish. And why I think that's so important is because it's the same finishes as Artform, but buyers today, through getting access through someone like yourself and your team, are going to be able to access One Jarvis approximately $200 less per square foot for the same quality, the same product. And that's very important because buyers see a path to their appreciation in their purchase because there's an example of something we just launched and as you know, sold that was the same product, but $200 more. And when you take $200 and you divide it in the price per square foot, which is a lot lower than downtown Toronto, that represents a significant percentage increase. And that's, I think, all very important. Whether you're an end user and enjoying those quality finishes, or you're an investor and you want to have that investment appreciation, both are there.
And are you bringing any floor plans from Artform that did extremely well over to One Jarvis, or is it totally redesigned from the interior?
There's going to be a lot of similarities. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of similarities because, you know, the market told us that what we believed is what they're looking for with Artform. It was one of the most successful condo launches of 2020. We sold close to 90% of the units in about 3 months' time. So we're glad to see that the buyers today are more educated and informed than ever, which is great, because the amount of time we spend on details and quality in our finishes, buyers, because they're more educated and informed, can tell the difference. And what we're starting to see, and we're hearing from our buyers and real estate professionals like yourself, is that we're starting to build this brand where emblem product will trade at a premium on the secondary market to others. And that's very good for buyers that are buying pre-construction, because the story is very easy to tell when the time comes for them to sell it.
Cash, it's always a pleasure speaking to you. As I said, cannot wait to meet you in person again once the madness ends. And looking forward to One Jarvis. Thank you very much for your time today.